Hello everyone. The dynamic note Odoo app help you to add and manage note across a different modules like sales, purchase, inventory, projects and so on. You can link notes to the records, set prioritized and add an expiry date to stay organized and improve teamwork. Let's take a look at how it works. Now, after installing this module, let's get into the sales. Now, let's get into one of the order where on the top we can see an gear icon where we can see an option to create a note. Let's create a note over here. So once you have clicked on that, it will lead you to this particular note creation page where we can add a note name, and if it is a private one you can mark that as a private, then no one can see that note that you have added. And you can add the color, reminder date, recipient, note content, everything. Let's fill it out. Now, after filling all the informations, let's get into the sales order where you can see the note will be available here. Now, like the same way, let's create another note. So here you can see a list of notes that we have created. On this, you can see an option to add them as a favorite. So if it is in the priority, so you can mark that as a favorite now. And also we have an option to delete that too. So these two are the options which we have. And once an note will be created, it will send an email to the recipient. Let's check how it works. Now in this you can see a list of reminder note that we have sent. So over here you can see a partial payment done, create payment for that note will be available here. Let's get into that. Once you click on that, it will lead you to the page of note that we have created with all the information along with the order. And right now you can see we are in the scheduled action. There we have a list of scheduled action for all the models which you can see in here. So it will automatically send an email based on the note as well as the recipient that we have added. Now let's get into the contacts and see how it works. So for the contact, let's get into one of the contact. Now by clicking on the gear icon, you can see an option to create a note where we can add a note. So over here you can see we have added the note for the contact. Now like the same way, let's get into the employees and add a note. Over here you can see an note will be added to the employee. Now like the same way, let's get into the projects. Now for the task, for all tasks, let's get into one of the tasks where under the gear icon where you can see an option to create a note. Now we have created a note. Let's get into an task where you can see a note will be added for the particular task. So like the same way we can do the same in an stocks also. So for example, if I get into the receipts where under the gear icon we can see an option to create a note. So while getting into an page of receipts, you can see a note will be added. Now the like the same way it will be do for and delivery orders too. And not only here, while getting into the users, where for user also we can do the same, like we can add a note for the users too. Now in this you can see we have added a note for the users. So for all the model, it will send an mail to the recipient that we have added. If you have any queries regarding this video, you can ask in the comment box. We will definitely solve your queries. And if you feel this video is helpful to you, you can like this video and subscribe our YouTube channel for more Odoo related updates. Thanks for watching.